The views expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect those of this station.
Welcome to Insights into Northeast Michigan, a WBKB News public affairs program.
They've been used to a system where they've been told when to wake up, when to go to bed, when to eat, when to do this, when to do that. So their whole life is structured for them. And then when they come out, they all of a sudden don't know what to do.
State of Michigan 751769. Charged with 5 felonies, 3 for breaking and entering, 1 for home invasion, and another for manufacturing and delivering marijuana. Current status, probation.
You know, I had a pretty good childhood. My mom, she always took me to church and stuff, and then when I got to be older, I don't know, man, there was just always something about me. I was just drawn towards, the drugs, the partying, violence, things like that. I used to play a lot of sports in high school and stuff, and then I started doing drugs and drinking all the time, and it was one of those things that I still look back on and I feel horrible.
In 2013, Alpena native Nicole McNeil went on a major crime spree to rob banks at gunpoint. The then 25-year-old acted alone, shocking herself and family. Nicole's kids, younger siblings, and husband lived just 13 miles west of Detroit. Before she knew it, news headlines surfaced and the cops came knocking on the door.
I'm about to tell the entire city about my criminal history, about my life, and that could either go one of two ways. Everyone could really hate me and not sense that I've changed at all and been rehabilitated, and that would be the worst thing that came from this interview, because I'm really trying to inspire some change for somebody. I want someone to see that it's possible, that I did it, that I came from the lowest of the low after a 5-year prison sentence, and I want to show them that in 85 days I was able to make a home for my kids. So it's nothing special, but it's comfortable and it's home for them. That's Sienna. She's 9 years old. She was 4 when I went away. So we've kind of just been getting to know each other again. They live with me 5 days a week now. I just got custody of them last month.
Nicole faced 5 bank robbery charges. 3 were dropped for lack of evidence. The remaining 2 charges landed this young mother at the Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility in Ypsilanti. Almost a year had gone by between Nicole's first bank robbery and her very last sting.
We were in Metro Detroit. In 2013, I went on a major crime spree where I robbed several banks at gunpoint. At this certain moment in my life, my son also needed a surgery that Medicaid wasn't willing to cover. And I needed to come up with the cash for that. But my husband is hardworking, and there was just never enough. Things were spread way too thin. So when I was first arrested, he was in denial, complete denial. He had no idea that any of this had taken place. So it was really hard for him. He, I'm sure, suffered from a great deal of embarrassment. And my daughters, that was probably really hard for them to have to say to everyone too. I was literally living a double life. People were shocked when they found out that that is what I had been doing. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and for the first time in my life, I decided that I was going to commit some crimes, and for whatever reason, I decided that bank robbery was less of a personal crime. I felt like that I was targeting maybe corporate America so that I wouldn't be hurting an individual per se. I don't feel that way now. Now I know that I have some victims, and I know that in their place of work that their life is changed forever. When someone walks into your place of employment with a gun and sticks it in your face, your life changes. And I have a great deal of shame and guilt and remorse for that, because I really hurt those people without being able to recognize that in the moment. It wasn't until later, until I had had years of prison under my belt and treatment, that I figured out that I really had victims and I impacted their lives probably for the rest of them. And if they even can still work in their same capacity, which I don't know that I would be able to. So,
hopelessness, withdrawing from social support, and suicidal thoughts are symptoms of adjustment disorder, a diagnosis Nicole still fights to overcome.
I was diagnosed with adjustment disorder walking out the doors. It was slightly difficult for me. I had some mentoring in prison while I was there. I did 18 months of Celebrate Recovery. It's like a Christ-centered support group, Bible teaching type of thing. So I did that. So I had a little bit of backing from them while I was there. I didn't feel comfortable in anyone's home. I didn't want to go in any of the bedrooms. I wanted to sleep on the living room floor on just the mattress. And that lasted about the first 30 days. So it was a little rough coming home. I had a lot of love, but mentally I just wasn't there yet. But I think having like that family support that you're really familiar with and just feeling loved and accepted back into your home environment, that definitely made a difference for me. I couldn't have done it without the love and support of everyone around me.
What you're about to hear is an email Nicole wanted us to share about her recovery. This photo was taken of me in one of my darkest moments. It is actually a still photo from a videotaped suicide and confession letter to my children, husband, and family. This was after one of the first news stories in Crime Stoppers aired, and I first learned that my crime could carry life sentences on conviction. I hadn't slept in days, and when I did, I would wake up in sheer panic, crying. I feel like I need to show people it wasn't all rainbows and glitter. I look like I have my life together today, and for the most part I do, but I still struggle with mental illness and the side effects from the medicine I am legally bound to take in order to stay free. I think people can relate and see that true recovery is possible by seeing where I was and who I am now. It didn't go lower or higher than me. I was where a lot of people are now. I want to inspire them to change and see that a light does exist at the end of the road.
All of this wasn't done in vain, because some good did end up coming out of it, and I rehabilitated. I would never commit a crime. You would never catch me even roll a stop sign at this point, or, steal a pack of gum from a gas station. It's just not who I am. It's not inside of me, and that I'm just sorry. I wasn't in my right frame of mind, and I regret stealing a part of their life.